With the Dove Awards just around the corner, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to talk about the energetic woman behind it all, Jackie Patillo. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
Executive Director of the Dove Awards and the Gospel Music Association. I mean, can you believe it's the 53rd annual already?
It's quite a legacy to continue to uphold, and we are so excited about this year's program.
Yeah, well, I mean, I say that your career's been groundbreaking. I mean, what you've done to be able to get to where you are on so many levels, as a woman of color. Can you just talk about what that moniker is to wear? Do you feel that in your day-to-day, or do you just say, I'm just who I am, and this is what I do?
Yeah, I guess that's the good news. That's the fact that I am a black woman of color. I wake up with every day, so I don't really have to think about that much.
Do you feel the need to prove yourself on a different level, though, because of that, I guess, is what?
You know what? I think that when you're living a life of calling and purpose, which I really truly feel like being at the GMA is more than a job, it's a calling for me. And so, yes, there are many challenges, but I just am very grateful and honored to be able to serve our Christian and gospel music community. And their arms have been opened, and I have been embraced, and I've got a great team. Justin Fratt and the team there at the GMA is amazing, and we've got a great board of directors that have put their trust and confidence in me, and so I'm just, I'm blessed and highly favored.
Well, amen. Well, I think we should all be saying that. And I mean, when let's push this a little bit further. You talk about the Gospel Music Association, but you're very clear that gospel isn't a sound, right?
That's right.
How would you describe that? Because I've had a lot of artists here on the show, and they say, you know, my faith is not what I want to be categorized in my music. It's who I am. Where does that come to play, where we think like we're celebrating the Gospel Music Association, but what does that mean in actuality to you when you're talking about the music itself?
Well, the music itself is about the message. It's not about the style. So it can be wrapped in many genres. It can be hip hop, Southern gospel, contemporary, but it's the message that unifies us, and that really is what inspires people, brings life to people, and ultimately healing and salvation.
Amen. How do we get that message out to more people than if we're wrapped, if someone says, well, you know, gospel music, that's not my thing, right?
Right, they think it's choir robes.
Right. So what are you doing, or, you know, as you're leading, you know, GMA, what are you doing to, you know, kind of break that stereotype?
Well, for us, we're really just shining a light on what I like to say are modern day Christian soldiers, are artists that are on the front lines out there in arenas, in venues across the country, singing these great songs. You know, we are supporting them. The Dove Awards is the only stage that brings together all styles of Christian and gospel music, and that is very intentional. That is our platform to serve and to spread the word.
What would you say to younger Jackie, or maybe a younger woman watching this that said, I can't even imagine getting to the level that she's gotten to? What would you say to that, you know, 20-year-old version of yourself?
Take more breaths and celebrate the victories along the way.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Sometimes I can be so driven.
Yes.
That I just feel like I'm going from mountain to mountain rather than exhaling and putting a stake in the ground, and Ebenezer acknowledging,
oh my gosh, that's so
the
good.
goodness of God.
That's so good. We don't have much time left, but I can't let you go without talking about, you talked about uniting all these artists, and you know, what would your message of unity be in this time where we feel so not united in our country? Can you just speak to that quickly? That seems unfair, but
well, we are God's diverse kingdom. And if we're going to be kingdom people, we need to be kingdom-minded people, which means embracing one another, trying to understand one another, and accepting, yeah, you might be different, but we're in this together.
That's so good. The Gospel Music Awards, or the Dove Awards, the 53rd Annual Dove Awards are airing on TBN on Friday, October, is it Friday? I think it's October 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I can't wait. It's sold out. It's obviously a popular event, but everyone can watch on air, taking place here in Music City, Nashville's Music
Right here
City.
at the Allen Arena.
At the Allen Arena. So I hope you'll tune in. Jackie, thank you so much for being a guest on the Sami Cone Show today. It's always a pleasure. I wish there was more time. But again, make sure you watch on TBN to catch this year's Dove Awards. Before I go, I need you to know to ask more questions. I had the pleasure of being interviewed for a podcast this week by the next generation of media stars. They finished the interview by asking me what question I wish young people would ask me more. My answer was simple. I wish they would ask more questions. There seems to be a misnomer that we all need to have everything figured out by a young age, and if we ask questions, that somehow communicates that we don't know what we're doing. The truth is, we only learn when we ask questions, especially of each other. Understanding, compassion, and yes, even competency come when we can humble ourselves to ask more questions. The Bible echoes this in Matthew 7, when Jesus says, "Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks the door will be opened." So let's continue to ask and seek. When we begin to prioritize our conversations around the concept of understanding who we are talking to rather than being understood ourselves, true connection will follow. In closing, it was my pleasure and privilege to sit next to so many incredible women today and share a piece of all they continue to accomplish in their respective fields. And thank you for being willing to listen and learn along with me. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you make it great, and do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends.